How you guys doing? Long time no see. Hope everybody's doing well. I am actually making this video today for a couple of reasons. First of which is to introduce my new sports-related channel and the reasons behind why I'm doing that. And the second is to give you my ROH and Baltimore thoughts. They have Best in the World coming up and the huge TV taping, which I will be at both of, and I am actually very excited to go to a wrestling show for the first time in a long time. So let me get into it. First things first is the new sports channel. For those of you who don't follow me on Twitter, the link to that will be in the description box, as well as the link to my profile at Beyond Sports Network, as well as where I'm selling wrestling DVDs. But I don't need to bother you about that. If you're interested in my wrestling DVDs, you've known the drill by now for a long time. So the links are down there, and as well as the link to my new channel, which is the same name as my Twitter, Eric Blum88. Where I am going to be basically putting videos up there that are all sports related, and go from there. I've actually gained an internship with Beyond Sports Network, where I work for them writing articles, and I'm actually their official Colonial Athletic Association blogger, where the specialty for the website right now is college football. But they're growing and growing and growing more by every day. So I've actually written articles about soccer, and I just posted one about hockey, and I'll be doing more and more sports. So it's basically just this channel will be a continuation of all my articles that take place over there, and all be things I want to talk about that necessarily wouldn't be good as articles or would be better as a video to supplement an article. Videos will be going up there all the time, and the reason I just don't put them here is because it attracts different fan bases. A lot of sports fans aren't into professional wrestling, especially diehard college football fans. They aren't into anything other than really football and things like that. And then the same token, not all professional wrestling fans are sports fans. And I know that I attract viewers from outside the United States, and necessarily if I'm talking about American sports, they won't be into that. So I'm going to keep the two things separate. If you want to subscribe to me over there, that'd be great. I'd love for you to do that. The link to that channel will be in the description box below. A video will be going up real soon on that account. And also follow me on Beyond Sports Network. Like my stuff. Share it. I'm just trying to get my name out there more. It's just more of the main reason why I'm doing this. But I want to thank you guys for everything that you've done. I will try and just put many videos on both accounts as I can. Now that I have two channels, I want to manage them a little better than I have. I didn't even know until earlier today there's like a checkbox of the new YouTube, which I was just unaware of. I guess I've been that out of the just logistics of YouTube for that long, to the point where I didn't know there was such thing as channel art until 2 hours ago before I went to the gym. So who knows? But I'm going to get back into that stuff. I know I try and make more videos, and then it seems like I have a couple months in between every one, but I'm going to make more of a conscious effort. I know I say that a lot, so take with it what it is, and then I'll see you in a couple months if it doesn't work out. Yeah, throwing myself under the bus before anyone else can even do it. But that's all of that. If you want more, you want to find out more info about anything of that, subscribe to me over there, tweet at me, do anything you want, and we'll work it out. But please subscribe to me over there. It'd be great to have some people I know from this channel over there, so that would be great. Alright, second part of this video is going to be about Best in the World, which is coming up. And for the first time, I believe since Evolve 10, I will be going to a wrestling show that produces a DVD from it. I've been to 2 Ring of Honor TV tapings in Baltimore since then. So Evolve 10 left such a bad taste in my mouth that I didn't go to another DVD produced show for almost a year and a half after. It's crazy, actually, to think about that. I used to go to so many and so many and so many. Then life kind of took over, and more so college took over and everything. And but a year and a half later, I'm going back. I'm really excited. Papa Hammer will be there with me. I'm actually general admission for the pay-per-view, and then I'll be second row for the TV taping the day after. And I hate to say it, this card looks damn good. With all the lag, they haven't brought a true great show to Baltimore yet. It's been all TV tapings. So I'm very glad they're bringing a pretty stacked show to Baltimore. These 7 matches that are announced, I'm looking forward to pretty much every single one. And then, so let's just run down the card real quick. The match I'm looking forward to the least would be B.J. Whitmer versus Mike Bennett with Maria Kanellis. Of course, I get to see Maria, so I'm kind of looking forward to it a little bit. But I've actually never seen B.J. Whitmer live, so that'll be actually cool to see as well. This match will be pretty good. It's labeled as a grudge match. They probably had some previous encounters on shows leading up to this, is why I'm guessing this is a grudge match. I think this might be just a way of putting Mike Bennett a little bit more over. I'm not really expecting, a 5-star match from this or anything, but, it'll be fun to watch probably. Then we have Michael Elgin and Tommaso Ciampa facing off. This is actually, I think it's going to be a great match because Tommaso has a lot to prove coming back from injury. He's looked very good at Border Wars. He looked good at some other shows that I've seen. I forget what the show in Bell Vernon that was just released was called. It was on demand before that, but I forget what it was called. I think he was on that. I'm not exactly sure, but if he wasn't, my mistake. But oh well. And then Michael Elgin's been a favorite of mine for a long time. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I honestly think that Michael Elgin should be the one to beat Jay Briscoe. Jay Briscoe has deserved to be Ring of Honor World Champion for a while. However, on the surface, he doesn't work as a champion because, one, he's always going to be viewed as a tag team wrestler. He may be in ring a little bit better than Mark and a little bit more solid. That just comes with experience. But people coming in and seeing him, I don't think they buy into him as legit badass. The Ring of Honor faithful who have been here really do, and that's why he works with the Ring of Honor crowd. But if he were to go represent, elsewhere, who's your champion when we're trying to cater to other people, I just don't think it works all that much. It's great to have him for a 3-month reign, and I'll get into his match with his brother, which I'm actually really looking forward to. I'm actually a huge fan of the Briscoe brothers, but just on the surface, there could be someone better as your champion. I forget when the next pay-per-view is after Baltimore, but if you want to set up Elgin and Briscoe, I think that would be a good move for that pay-per-view. Get the title off of Briscoe, and I know that Elgin has said, I want to destroy Scum before he moves on to the title, and with the payoff probably happening the day after, then just focus and go to the world title, which I think would be good to go. And then we also have on Best in the World, Roderick Strong and Adam Cole. This should just be a great match. I think we're going to get a little bit more clarification on where Adam Cole's character is really heading. And we haven't had a lot of memorable stuff from Roddy in the past year. So hoping this starts a new little venture for Roddy in Ring of Honor. He's always been a great wrestler, so I'm expecting a lot out of these two. Just a great all-out match. This might be the opener. I actually wouldn't mind it being the opener. Probably actually will be. Unless you have like the TV title match to open it, which I actually wouldn't mind either. But we'll see. Then you have a grudge match, Kevin Steen versus Matt Hardy. I'm actually really looking forward to this match because of the storyline in it. Matt Hardy in Ring of Honor, I actually really like. And here's why. He doesn't wrestle the Ring of Honor style, however, he draws heat really well. And it's because he embraces where the fans have kind of pigeonholed him. Instead of trying to fight out of it and, do it, he's just becoming a heel and saying, yeah, fuck you guys. And I actually kind of like that. I might be in the minority with that, but that's because he goes up against these faces and, does bring some good stuff out of them. Like, I'm expecting Kevin Steen to actually be very, very good in this match, and I'm expecting him to go over, but this is a match I'm actually really, really looking forward to. Then you have the World TV Championship match. Both the World Tag Team and TV title matches are triple threats. And then you have for the TV title, it's Matt Taven versus Jimmy Jacobs versus Jay Lethal. I'm expecting Taven to retain here. I don't think anyone in Scum will win on this show. I think that'll kind of be the payoff for the pay-per-view audience to the end of the Scum angle. And I know there's a whole debate about whether the Steel Cage Warfare, which is taking place the next day of the TV taping, should be the main event of this pay-per-view, as opposed to at a TV taping. And I'll get into that in a minute. But Taven should retain. I don't think Lethal should be the guy to take it off of him. TV title, I've always associated the second tier title with helping talent to get to the main event scene. And I don't necessarily see Matt Taven as a main eventer for Ring of Honor right now or in the future, but Jay Lethal has already been TV champion. He really doesn't need it. And then Jimmy Jacobs, I just don't think as a part of Scum he can win the title. Or else I would give it to him because he hasn't held a singles title in Ring of Honor ever. Yeah, it's true. So I'd like to see that happen, but not quite yet. And then you have the World Tag Team title match. You have Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly versus Red Tuttles and Clip Compton versus CNC Wrestle Factory. As I said, I don't see Scum winning this match. I don't really see a reason to take it off of Red Dragon. CNC, I mean, they posted that promo on the Ring of Honor channel where they talked about that they wanted in Steel Cage Warfare, but then like an hour later they were announced not to be in the match. So I'm wondering what that's about. That might mean the titles actually might be on them to turn them heel as a champion or something. Who knows? But that should be a good match nonetheless. If Scum win here, I'll be shocked because Cliff Compton now won him winning a Ring of Honor title. Maybe him and Snuka Jr. can get back together, but never mind. Bad argument. Then the main event of Briscoe versus Briscoe for the Ring of Honor World title. One of the most underrated matches in Ring of Honor history, in my opinion, is at 5th Year Festival finale with these two wrestling against each other. These two know each other's styles better than anyone because they've been teaming for, professionally for at least 11 years, if not longer. And their offense and their defense really work as a great tag team, and it would work. Same would work as an opponent. That's why, I guess, the American Wolves, for example, Davey and Eddie have great matches against each other when they're not oversaturated. Like Best in the World 2011, that match was a 5-star match in my opinion. And then they have so many great matches together as a tag team. Same thing can work here with the Briscoe brothers. I do see Jay retaining. I don't see them just going Briscoe to Briscoe on a title change. That wouldn't make much sense in my opinion. Mark Briscoe can win the TV title, maybe, down the road, but I just don't see him being a world champion. So that is the card for... I'm trying to load up the next TV taping card on my iPhone right here. Give me a second. Nope. Come on. There we go. So I'm actually getting a really good show out of this. Hopefully this, delivers. Ring of Honor has been delivering more and more and more, but I'm hoping for something out of this. So then we have the TV taping the next day. Actually, quite a bit of matches have actually been announced. You have Veda Scott making her Ring of Honor debut against Mischief. I actually haven't seen Mischief live, and I've been a fan of hers for a long time. So that'll be good to see. Hopefully she squashes the hell out of Veda Scott. I haven't seen Veda Scott wrestle in ring, but that's what I'm kind of expecting here. Hopefully Veda Scott's pretty good. I'm not exactly sure how good she is. I've never seen her wrestle. I think she wrestled for ECWA on a couple shows or something, but I'm not exactly sure on that. Then there's Tommaso Ciampa versus QT Marshall. Hopefully Ciampa looks really freaking strong in this match. There is no other reason for it to happen. Then whoever wins the Briscoe versus Briscoe title match will be defending against Matt Hardy at the TV tapings for the Ring of Honor World title, which I'm expecting to be Jay. And I expect Hardy to pull every trick in the book heel-wise to try and screw Jay out of the title, and somehow Jay will prevail. That's what I'm expecting here. And then for the main event of Steel Cage Warfare is going to be the team of BJ Whitmer, Jay Lethal, Michael Elgin, and the losing Briscoe brother, which I'm expecting to be Mark, against Team Scum, which is Jimmy Jacobs, Red Titus, Cliff Compton, and Rhino. Actually, Rhino's not on the pay-per-view. I'm thinking he might play a behind-the-scenes role in trying to help Scum win his matches, but not. I don't think there's much other talent that isn't already on the pay-per-view for an 8th match. Rhino versus somebody. I don't know. But I actually really am looking forward to this. Steel Cage Warfare, this is the 4th one ever to happen. I absolutely loved the first one. 2nd one I hated. 3rd one I was indifferent about. So this is the first one in almost 4 years, over 4 years actually. The last one was a Cage Collision. I believe that was early 2009 with Brent Albright and Bobby Dempsey turning on Sweet and Sour. Yeah, that match. Yeah, because Bobby Dempsey officially, that whole angle started at a new level when Brent Albright left Sweet and Sour. Yeah, right around that. Yeah, that whole thing right there. So I'm expecting a lot out of this match, actually. Hopefully, this is the payoff to the feud. I think that they're going to try and end this angle before the crowd kills it for themselves and try and move on. They haven't had a true, one-on-one blood feud in Ring of Honor in a long time. And I think that this one, gets in the way of having that. So I think, like, kind of a, Jimmy Jacobs has been in a couple of them before with Austin Aries and BJ Whitmer, and it's kind of his, forte. So I post, Scum breakup, I wouldn't mind seeing him go into one with one of the former Scum members, like a Rhino or not really a Matt Hardy. I think he would be the only one he would work with, or maybe, with his new personality, goes into one with like Tommaso Ciampa or somebody just to try and get them over. But I expect Team ROH to win here, and Scum will have to disband. This angle has worked a little bit for what it's worth, but I don't want to overuse it. The whole taking over a company thing, Shield and WWE, BDK, NWO, Yeah, I think Ring of Honor realized that this would work for a little while, but if you continue it on and on and on and on, it's going to get really, really stale really quickly. So I think they're going to try and kill this before it kills them. The crowd kills it for them. But there's the whole argument of should this match, because of the big payoff to the feud, either way, should this match be taking place on an pay-per-view? And a lot of Ring of Honor fans think yes. I am one of them. However, I can see why they didn't want to do it. This show has been heavily done on TV, so you might want to have, it be a TV exclusive kind of thing, instead of it being a road rage from Baltimore or something like that, where this is just the entire show. I'm actually kind of expecting it to be an episode in itself where they take limited commercial breaks and they just hype the match and let it go for an entire amount of time. But I know there's problems with setting up a cage for a live pay-per-view when you don't have the technology that TNA or WWE has. Ring of Honor, I think maybe only has 10 or so people who can set up a cage, and it takes about 15 minutes to do it if you do it that way. If you look at other indie shows where they have cage matches, they fast forwarded on the DVD of just how setting up the cage and how long it takes. Like if you see the Cage of Death shows at CZW, I think it takes about a good 30-40 minutes to set up that. So on a miniature scale, about 20 minutes to set up a cage. Unless you take your intermission right there and have every match before that, then take it right there is the only way I think it could work. And that's where I think the problem ran into for Ring of Honor. But at the end of the day, we are still getting this match, and as fans will be able to see it one way or another. Also, I think with the past Steel Cage Warfares, the first one was amazing, and as I said, the second two were kind of lackluster, especially the second one, Glory of Honor 7. Glory of Honor 7? Yeah. Where it was Age of the Fall, Briscoes, Necro, what else was in that match? And it was the Briscoes and somebody. I don't even remember. Oh well. I'll look it up later. Or somebody leave it in a comment. Ooh, this is who it is. I can't remember at the moment who was their partner. But lost my train of thought. That might have been a problem where they might have thought, well, this is the effect it had, and then you saw what also happened at Final Battle 2009, where they had a live pay-per-view where the main event completely didn't work and it looked really bad. It gave a bad taste in fans' mouths before going off the air. So I think that might have something to do with it. It's definitely playing it safe, putting it on a TV taping, which I kind of don't mind. I'll still see it live, so I guess I'm not one to speak about it. So leave your thoughts on this video. It's great to talk to you guys again. Subscribe to my other channel, and I can't wait to make more videos for you guys. All right, I'll see you later.